Welcome back, guys, to Living in Trance.
Let's go. As many of you guys know, ASOT holds their top 50 countdown at the end of the year.
So we put it upon ourselves to list our favorites for the year. No specific order, just our number one favorite for each artist. So grab your popcorn or choice of drink, because we got ours over here. We got ours. You know we had to. Cheers, baby. And welcome to our top favorite songs for 2025. First, we begin with our personal top 3 favorites. Baby, what was your top 3?
My top 3? I'll start off with the first one. I'm going to have to go with Paul Webster. He quickly became one of my new favorites this year for 2025. So Paul Webster, he is yet to play in the U.S. From my knowledge, I believe. But we did have the great fortune of going out to Luminosity Beach Festival earlier this summer, and we got to see him there. The Luminosity Beach Festival is located in Zandvoort, which is about like 20-30 minute train ride away from Amsterdam. It was my first time seeing him out there, and it was easily, hands down, my favorite set of the weekend for sure. And also, congratulations to Paul Webster, earning number 9 on Armin van Buuren's top 50
we love you, Paul Webster.
Tracks of the year. And our top track this year for Paul Webster was Holding the Light. No.
Ooh, congrats, Paul Webster.
No Christmas caroling tonight. Sorry, guys. As for my next artist, I'm going to have to go with Ben Gold. I feel like he dropped quite a few tracks this year. And it was kind of a tough decision for me on this one. There was a couple that I had in mind. But I think I'm going to have to go with Salinas on this one.
So my top song for Ben Gold has to go for Oh Yeah. And I know it barely made the cut.
Yeah, let's go.
It barely made the cut for 2025, but that is actually my favorite release. So here we go. It's lit, guys.
My last favorite, I'm going to have to give it to an OG of mine, Mr. Elon Bluestone. He was actually one of my first favorites when I first got into the scene. And he actually came out with a new album this year, back in August, his new Ignite album. And my favorite track from the album this year is going to be This Town. This Town, the club mix.
Ooh, okay. And my top song for 2025, Elon Bluestone, has to go to Ignite.
Ooh, that was a banger too. Alright, that was my top 3 for the year. And baby, so what are your top 3? Or who are your top 3?
Well, I just want to start off by saying those were some really solid top 3.
Thank you.
So as far as my top 3, I want to mention it has not just been for like the year. These are actually my top 3 in general.
Let's go.
And so my number 1, obviously many of you guys know, and if you don't know, is Snyder. And one thing about Snyder is I'm just so blessed to know that I have been able to see him so many times this year. And actually, one of our first shows for 2026 will be Snyder. So really looking forward to it. But as far as Snyder, my favorite song this year has to go to En Route.
Ooh, let's go.
Banger of a track.
Let's go.
Now I want to know your top song for
me,
Snyder.
It was With Every Heartbeat. Right here.
So now for my top 2 artists. It goes to Will Atkinson, which again, it was another one of those artists that I got to see about like 3 times.
Will Atkinson,
Yeah, I got to see him 3 times this year. So hopefully for more times 2026. But my top song with him, which obviously, guys, as my top 3 artists, every single release they did this year was amazing. But personally, my top song for Will Atkinson has to go to Bamboozled.
Hey.
Unfortunately, I did not get to hear it live this year, but hopefully sometime next year I'll be able to hear it live. But what is your top 1 for Will Atkinson, baby?
For me, it was actually his remix of Southern Sun. I think originally by Paul Oakenfold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so here's that remix for you guys. Swoop. Just gets into it right there.
It does. It was fucking straight bangs. So standing at number 3 for my top 3 artists goes to Paul Denton.
Jeez.
And Paul Denton, we also got to see him a couple times throughout the
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
and he threw down.
Yes, sir.
Really, really excited for him and everything that he will be bringing to 2026. As my top song, I chose Ping.
All right.
So let me play a little bit. Was that a little shimmy?
Yeah.
Hey, it just gets you lit, guys. What is your top?
For me, it was The Vault, and I remember him actually playing it this year when we saw him in San Diego at, what's that place called again? Spin nightclub.
Spin nightclub.
And shout out to the boy Bobby coming with us too.
Hey, let's
and
go.
Here's The Vault.
Yeah, heck yeah. So, congrats to you for releasing your album Retrospect this year and being able to tour so many places for it. We also celebrate Parallel Worlds. If you guys didn't know, Parallel Worlds, it's actually Paul Denton and Will Reese. And they launched their first release song name called Liberty, which brings me to the next artist on the list, and it is Will Reese. My top song for Will Reese definitely has to be Sun Will Shine.
Ooh, that's a
It
banger.
continues to be my song on my Instagram profile, which if you guys haven't followed me, go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Living in Trance.
Also, I remember during the summer, I think it was during the summer, we were playing that song like a lot of the times during our pre-games
Dude,
and stuff.
all the
When we went
time.
out. So
Oh my gosh.
That was definitely a movie
It was
right there.
it was definitely if
vibe.
I can pick a song, just one number 1 song of 2025 for me, it has to be Sun Will Shine. So let me go ahead and play it for you guys. I can't get over that song. I love the heartbeats. I love it all about, like, this is literally my favorite song ever for this year.
I love the beginning of that song. Like,
Yeah.
it just kicks off really hard.
It does. It really does.
Yeah,
So
let me see again. Yeah, it gets me hyped.
But baby, Will Reese was on a roll this year. Like, that man, he brought out so many releases for 2025.
Yes, sir.
This was his year, and I am just even more excited to see what he will bring out for the next year.
And we got to see him at Luminosity.
We did.
We were riding the rails. Yeah.
So I want to know my baby's top song for Will Reese.
Yeah. For me, it was actually between that song and Invert.
Invert. Invert is another good one.
Gotta go with Invert on this one. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Yeah, heck yeah. Congrats to you, Will Reese. You freaking smashed it this year. So now we're going to go ahead and go with our next artist, baby.
It's gonna be Alan Watts. For me, Alan Watts, top song this year. Actually, he did this song with the person we just previously mentioned, Will Reese, and that's gonna be that Pendulum. Let's go.
And that was actually my top song too. So this is both of us choosing Pendulum,
Let's go.
here it is. Yeah. That was also another smasher on the dance floor. If you do that, then the audio is gonna be almost up.
The next artist we want to bring light to is Matty Ralph. Matty Ralph had quite a few songs this year, like NRG, Rhythm, Cosmic Dance, but my favorite, I think was also your favorite too,
My favorite
was
too.
1999.
Yes, sir. 1999.
And here you go.
Super old school vibes. I love it.
And shout outs to Matty Ralph for debuting his first time ever at Dream State. He got to play there Friday night, and then he also got to play at the after party too. It was definitely, we didn't get to catch him at the actual festival, but we did catch him at the after party, and it was definitely vibes in there. It was definitely high energy. And
really high energy.
It was sick, so I'm excited to see him again sometime in the future.
Hopefully. All right, so now we're gonna get into the next artist, which is Mr. Mark Cherie. He also released an album this year called 30. Amazing releases and sets with huge IDs already being played for 2026. If you guys haven't, you guys have to go listen to his Dream State set that he just did last month, because for us, it's also been on repeat. And our top song, though, he had so many amazing releases, but our top song has to go to Fractured, Take Me There.
Ooh. All right, guys, and the next artist I do want to talk about is David Forbes. We did get to see him this year at Dream State, and to say the least, that set was sick as hell, bro. And unfortunately, there's a lot of IDs in that set that we don't know the names of yet and just not released, but gives us something to look forward to in the year of 2026. Maybe we'll get those IDs finally, and get it popping. So I know with David Forbes this year, he had a few tracks this year that were quite banging, like Techno Is My Only Drug, All My Friends Are Hot, but I'm gonna actually have to give it to a different song that's not those ones. I'm gonna have to go with Away.
Away, which is my top song for David Forbes as well.
Go. And ladies and gentlemen, here you go, Away.
Yes, sir. Banger. I mean, tune.
Super excited for David Forbes and Mark Cherie as they are going to be playing next month in LA. I think it's Avalon. So you already know that whole place is about to be on fire that night.
It really is. Unfortunately, we will not be going to that show. We will actually be attending another show in LA, but if you guys want to go check them out, they will be in LA. And please do so, because Mark Cherie and David Forbes, it's really rare for them to do a show out here. So check that out. So next up, we have our boy Asteroid.
Hey.
Asteroid, who was a top artist to see at Luminosity, obviously delivered such an amazing set. We never thought that he would be traveling out to the US later on that year to attend Dream State, where he got the news of not just attending as a regular dreamer, but to then getting booked last minute for a slot another artist couldn't play. I had the honor to host a meet and greet where we got to meet him and know him. His set obviously was super fire, and we wish Matt so much more success and happiness for 2026. So, my top favorite song for 2025 has to go to A Distant Hope, which, guys, it was so difficult to choose a song for this man because we were listening to all of his songs and we're like, bro, like, how can we choose this? But I ended up going with A Distant Hope, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Now, my baby's top song goes to...
And for me, my top song by Ashford was actually his remix of Open Our Eyes.
Yes, sir. Really good song.
Right here. This bad boy. The next artist I do want to talk about is John O'Callaghan. We did see him last month actually at Dream State, and his whole set was just pure vibes, honestly. And for my top track this year from him, it was kind of a hard choice this year, or it's kind of hard to choose from. But actually, I'm gonna have to go with Music Takes Me Higher.
My song for him has to go to Fragmentos. This is actually one of the songs that I was really looking forward to hearing at Dream State. And unfortunately, it didn't get played, but we did get to hear it at Luminosity. And that's actually where I fell in love with the song. So I hope you guys enjoy this.
Alright guys, so Brian Kearney is the next artist I do want to talk about. My top track for him this year. He actually didn't release it on Spotify, but it is on SoundCloud. So if you don't got that SoundCloud, I suggest you get that SoundCloud. But it's actually his release of Nothing Compares to Airwave. So it's a mashup of Nothing Compares to You with the Airwave song, Airwave by Rank One. I believe I got that right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so here's your mix right here.
Banger of a song.
Yeah, such an emotional song, but it's a banger.
It is a really good song. So for me, I have to go for the Light Force Brian Kearney edit or remix, whatever you want to call it. Join Me. Yeah. Such a good song too. Our next artist is actually Daxon, which I ended up just choosing the top 2 songs for this year because Daxon, he's been killing it. He has been doing something like really special with trance, and I feel like because of that, he's actually been attracting a lot of people into the trance scene. So I love what he's doing on his Instagram too with all his videos. But first, I want to start off with Aurora, which if you guys didn't know, Tiesto actually played it at the Pyramids, which was like, whoa, what? He's playing Daxton right now? That's insane. But amazing song. Let's go ahead and hear it. His second song, Perpetuity. Perpetuity. Let's go ahead and play it. Heard it from masters like John O'Callaghan.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing songs, really quality trance right there. So now for our next artist, we have Mr. Legend, Mauro Picotto.
Hey.
And for his song, I actually ended up choosing Back to Cali. And guys, this is another artist where I was like, ooh, it's kind of hard to choose like what song, just because he did a lot of releases for 2025. So this one was my top. Okay, what was your top song for Mauro?
Oh yeah, for me, it was actually, it was between the one you picked and Proximus, so I went with Proximus on this one.
Okay. Mauro did a collab with Ruben called Check This Out.
Ooh, yeah.
Banger of a song. Which brings me to another announcement to celebrate, actually. Ruben's new alias as NRG 2000. And he has brought out so far 3 releases for 2025. And if you guys have not checked them out, go ahead and check them out because they are phenomenal. It's phenomenal work. Like, it's amazing work. I love it because this new project is actually a mix of like the old school sounds with like a modern twist. And so if you like that, if you're into old school sounds, you'll definitely love this. And I'm super excited to see what more releases he will be bringing out for 2026. So celebrating another album this year, our next artist is Cold Blue. He unfortunately did not get to play at Dream State this year. I was actually really looking forward to hearing tracks from his new album, which is called Mountain. And personally, my top song for 2025 has to be Into the Rain. And if you guys know Cold Blue, you guys know he is just really famous for his darker sound, darker uplifting sound, very, very emotional tracks. So go ahead and listen to his album. I listened to it all the other day and it is a masterpiece. So congrats to you, Cold Blue, and we hope to see you in 2026.
The next group I do want to talk about is a fan favorite for a lot of people, and that's Above and Beyond. And they just came out with their new album this year, Bigger Than All of Us. I think it came out this year in August or sometime in the summer, something like that. But anyways, for me, my top track on that one for sure was Start a Fire. With that Richard Bedford. Richard Bedford is like a staple in all the Above and Beyond songs that he'd be singing. So it's only right, I guess, that I get a Richard Bedford song.
Oh, such a good song. I didn't go with, I don't think this is part of their album, right? The Quicksand Don't Go, or is it?
Oh, it is.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
It might be.
Yeah, sure.
But this for me was my top song for Above and Beyond. It just it makes me feel some type of way every time I hear it. It makes me feel so sad, but yet so happy. I don't know. It's like just what Above and Beyond does, right? But here it goes. Yes, sir.
And
Tell him, baby.
you want me to tell him?
Yeah.
You tell him? You sure? You want me to
You
tell
tell him.
him? All right. Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have already seen Above and Beyond. They're going to be hosting that. Actually, it's the milestone. It's not even the weekender. It's going to be the ABGT 700 milestone event at the Gorge in Washington. So 2 hours. It's 2 hours east from Seattle, and it might be a move this year or next year. It might be a move.
Yeah, I've never been to the Gorge before, so I feel like what better show to go to than ABGT, you know, and be around just all my friends and be around my baby and experience this for the first time at an Above and Beyond show. So I'm super excited. I hope it goes out. I hope that everything pans out exactly how we want it to. We're still trying to figure out logistics and all that stuff. So that might be the move for 2026. So if you guys will be there, we'll see you guys there. So another artist that I really, really wanted to mention in this video is Chris Metcalf. And the reason behind me wanting to mention him is because he has been on a roll too for 2025. He has brought out really good releases, and I want to play a little clip from one of my favorite songs. Guys, you need to check him out. He had another release this year called Spacecraft, Running Man, Lost in Paradise. Go ahead and search him up, look at his songs because whew, he's on fire. Another song that I feel like needs recognition to end the year for 2025 because this release was played by many artists and I think it was a banger. Actually, I voted it for my top 10 for the ASOT segment. So, Inside My Soul, Liam Wilson.
Let's go.
High energy song and definitely was fire on the dance floors. Here's another song that I also wanted to play for our top songs of 2025. I'm gonna go with Stay by Daniel Candy because it was also another really, really favorite of mine. I played it so many times. Another artist that I wanted to bring spotlight to for 2025 is Paul Miller. So Paul Miller was actually introduced to me by Snyder with their En Route song. They actually collabed to make that song. And then from there on, I started to really look into Paul Miller's music, and Plug Breaker is actually one of my favorite songs also for 2025, and it goes like this. Which John O'Callaghan actually played in his sets for this year. So for the last song that I'm gonna cover for 2025, I'm gonna give it to our boy Lostly. And this was actually released December 16th, so it also just barely made the cut. and it goes something like this. And that, ladies and gentlemen, closes out our video. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end, huh? Because I know it's going to be a pretty long video. I also want to mention that we started our YouTube channel this year, and it has been, right? It was this year?
Yeah, it was. I think it was actually in March. The first one we did was when we went to go see Snyder. In San Diego at Spin Nightclub.
Yeah. So 2025 for us was definitely a year where we just went to a lot of shows and we were able to capture those moments for all of you guys who are not able to attend sometimes. And so we want you guys to live through us. So thank you guys for giving us that opportunity. We are sitting at 135 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for the continuous support, for liking our video, for subscribing, and obviously watching and tuning in all the time. So we appreciate you guys so much. If it wasn't for all of you guys, then we couldn't do what we do.
I just want to say too, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for keeping up with the videos, checking out what we're doing and all that good stuff. You know, it's making these videos. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing it with my baby right here, so it's a lot of fun. But also for the video right here, you know, let us know what your top song is for 2025. Drop a couple comments. Let us know what your songs are. Maybe there's one we missed, we didn't go over. Maybe you guys put us on some songs that we didn't even mention and not even know of. So let us know. Let us know what you guys think.
Yes, please.
Drop a like, subscribe.
And catch us at our next show, Snyder at the Warehouse. So I'll be putting up a flyer if you guys don't know about it. Here's the show announcement, and we will see you guys on the next video.
We'll see you in 2026.
2026, let's go.